In this current episode, we'll be looking at another myth, and that is that HR kills innovation with policies. I once heard an engineer mutter during a project meeting, "We did love to try this new idea, but HR will never allow it." That stopped me in my tracks. Not because it was said in anger, but because it revealed yet another wrong perception about HR. That HR is a roadblock, not a runway. Look at this. A scenario that occurred sometime in the past. Our project team once wanted to pilot a flexible work experiment, a 4-day week for 1 month. Their aim was to test whether compressed schedules could boost creativity and focus. Leadership's initial reaction was, HR's policy doesn't allow this. What if productivity drops? What about overtime policies and rules? It would have been easy for me and my team to as well hide behind policy and say no. But instead, we asked a different question. What if our policies could make this possible instead of impossible? So we co-created a framework. We set clear objectives to measure productivity. We designed contingencies for overtime and client coverage to ensure there are no gaps. And then we created a feedback loop to enable employees air their concerns anonymously. Right. And also, beyond that, we also agreed to run it as a time-bound pilot and not a permanent change. What was the outcome? Productivity didn't drop, it actually rose. Engagement scores climbed up. Employees reported feeling more energized and creative. And leadership realized policies didn't actually have to be walls, but they could be a guide to enable safe innovation and all that. Now, that experience taught me something very powerful. HR policies should not be a no, you can't. They should actually be, here's how we can. Our policies shouldn't be a roadblock. We should actually allow our policies to be enablers. The truth is, policies exist for fairness and safety, not to choke ideas. When HR leads with empathy and courage, policies become platforms that make innovation sustainable. So basically, HR doesn't have to kill innovation. Done very well, HR will enable and create conditions and environment and atmosphere where innovations thrive. See you again in the next episode.